2024 has started off very crazy, all the way from the internet going crazy over Cat Williams, all the way down to the migrant crisis. Okay, let me ask you guys this: how do you feel about the migrants coming into the U.S. in the manner that they are coming? Do you feel that it's absolutely okay that they just come in the manner that they are? At the end of the day, I'm here to talk about the issues that are happening within the cities where they dwell at, okay? And not only that, how it can possibly, or not even possibly, how it's really gonna affect you and your children's lives later on down the line if it's not already affecting you now. Now you have to understand that these are people coming from Mexico and they're flooding the border. If you're pro-Democrat, pro-Republican, you know, at the end of the day, it is what it is. But if you don't open up your eyes now, then it's gonna be too late. Me personally, I'm not a Republican and I'm not a Democrat for sure. I'm not either or. I vote for what makes sense. Okay, so as far as how I was brought up, and let's do a little quick background about me and how I was brought up. And I'm pretty sure a lot of black people was brought up the same way. We was told, hey, go vote Democrat. Well, you know, I'm thinking like, so, but why? Why am I going to vote Democrat? Because that's just what you're supposed to do. Well, I understand that, but this is indoctrination. Just because you're told to do something don't mean that you should do it. You know, everybody has a brain for their self. Everyone should be able to think properly and make a decent decision on which way to go, especially when it comes down to voting and when it comes down to knowing the history of the people that y'all electing into these positions of power. We're putting people in these positions of power that shouldn't even be there. It's embedded in us as black people to vote on a Democrat no matter what their background is, no matter what they did to black people personally, because that's what I mean, for crying out loud, we got Biden in office. And you know what? We're gonna talk about him on another episode. And some of y'all might not like me for saying this, and it's absolutely okay. I understand that this type of stuff was embedded in us since we was born. It's like a religion. You go and vote Democratic no matter who it is, whatever the case may be. I'm voting blue no matter who. That gotta change, because I can't be fighting for the same stuff that my grandma was fighting for, and she passed away. I can't be fighting for the same stuff that my mama was fighting for. It's 2024. And we talking about stuff that happened 100 years ago. And we still trying to fix those same issues. Make that make sense. But we still electing the same people in office. It's like we in a toxic relationship and we just can't leave that toxic person alone. Oh, he's abusive. Girl, I'm leaving him tomorrow. I guarantee, girl, can you come pick me up tomorrow here? Girl, I'm gonna just tell you this, girl. No. And people like that, I don't have a problem with dropping you out of my life, because you better stand on what you're supposed to stand on when you're supposed to stand on it. And that's what we have to do as a collective. We got to stand on business. We got to use our mind, our common sense, and make these decisions wisely. Stop going by what people are telling you to do. I'm going to show you a couple videos about the migrants or whatnot coming in, and you know, they're in sanctuary cities. And I would say I'm happy I don't live in a sanctuary city. But at the end of the day, hey, you got to understand, these people are crossing the borders. No identification. We don't know who you are. We don't know your background. We don't know where you come from. You feel me? I can't go to Mexico and just walk across the border and then come in and get free no. I mean, I can't even just walk across the border. I can't do that. Oh, I need ID. I need this. I need that. I need the, you know what I'm saying? Fingerprint. I need the whole nine. You know, if you're in one of these cities where the migrants are coming in, let us know how this is going for you. And also, if you're in a sanctuary city, please let me know what's going on over there. I've been sending a lot of videos, and that's what we're about to get into right now. So let's do it.
We're currently in front of the Watson Hotel in New York City, where asylum seekers are basically in a standoff with the city.
Protesting.
When migrants began to be bused from Texas and Arizona to New York over the summer, New York's shelter system was overwhelmed. So the city placed single men in this hotel. But now they need to make room for migrant families, and they've decided to relocate the men in this hotel to a Brooklyn facility. And migrants are protesting the conditions.
Los baños son afuera. Allá es un sitio muy lejos, muy retirado de donde estamos ahorita. No hay privilegio porque todos dormimos en una sola. Los espacios son muy precarios para tantas personas.
The migrants here have told us that it's also really hard to find work here, and they need all sorts of identifications and work permits and a social security number.
Socio, ¿de dónde va a sacar la socio?
And they haven't been able to secure work that would allow them to afford an apartment.
Listen to what the young lady just said. They're putting grown men into these hotels, these migrants. I got one issue with that. You better make sure there is not one person in them streets homeless on the street in the cold in the winter. That's my main thing. See, us as Americans, we are taught to take care of home. We are taught to make sure that we have money just in case we get laid off. We need to have 2 months of rent, 6 months of rent saved up. This is what we're taught. But the government does the totally opposite thing. They tell you, hey, you need to have enough money for a year just in case you get laid off. But we're trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars in debt. But you telling me how I need to manage my money. But not only that, how is it that we as Americans, you know, and I don't mind helping other people. I don't mind helping other people out. I don't. But see, when it comes down to helping other people, you gotta help out home first. Before I could do anything outside of my physical home that I live in, I gotta make sure that my home is A1 first before I'm able to hand somebody $20, before I'm able to hand somebody $100. Because you know what? If I don't pay that bill, my lights get cut off. You know what I'm saying? My water get cut off. But what is it about America to the point to where it's a natural disaster? God forbid if a natural disaster do happen. Oh, America, they the first ones over there. But if it's a natural disaster that happened right here, dead ass in America, oh yeah, we're gonna send people out there probably about a week or so. Or matter of fact, they don't even respond until 2 weeks later after a whole bunch of people done died. Yeah, we're gonna send help over there. But these migrants are coming over here taking the resources that belong to us. White, black, whoever you are. You're a citizen. They're taking that away from us. We are the taxpayers. You know, they say you reap what you sow, but in America,
the crisis at the southern border. Right now, a massive convoy of migrants is making its way through Mexico and towards the United States. Secretary of State Antony Blinken and Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas traveled to Mexico City today. They met with Mexico's president to discuss ways to stem the flow of migrants coming into this country. Mexico's president says he is willing to help, but wants the U.S. to address the main cause of the problem by improving relations with Venezuela and Cuba. He also wants more money for development in the region. Border security agents, aid groups, and local communities are stretched thin with a near...
Like, you see that right there? That looked like the Million Man March. Okay, so you mean to tell me that all of these migrants, and this is just one videographer filming just one set of people. Ain't no telling how long this line is.
Number of asylum seekers approaching the U.S.-Mexico border every day. Thousands of migrants, most from Central and South America, are part of the latest caravan moving through southern Mexico.
So, for y'all that's watching, how do y'all feel about that? What I'm seeing is the lack of caring about America. And this goes to the politicians. This goes to Joe Biden. This goes definitely straight to Mr. Joe. You know what I'm saying? He opened up the borders and now they just coming right on in. But there are a couple things that could possibly be happening in the forecast because of this, okay?
Who's the last one? Hold on. Blue punch on. He's right here. That's what I'm telling you. Hold on. Bro, he just said hold on.
They getting reckless already.
He's still walking in. Hold on.
Bro, he just told you to hold on. Now you gotta wait, bro. You're not coming in.
Yeah, really?
No.
That's all.
Just told you to wait, bro. Just wait.
Back up.
Just looking at that video, it just shows you the recklessness of these people potentially. We don't know their background. We don't know where they came from. There is no record on these people. Like the first video said, they can't get jobs. They have to get permits and they have to get IDs, this, that, and the third. So they're basically right now getting set up to live a second life, you know, a whole new name.
All right, we're at the Railroad, New York City, which is the Migrant Hotel, which was the NYPD said it once a very nice place. It's being trashed by the migrants. They're throwing away the food. They're saying it's not good enough. They're demanding not to leave the hotels. A near riot almost happened at one of the hotels here. You can see that in the news. The scooters, they're saying up to half of them, in their opinion, are stolen property. This is an absolute it's a disaster. As Americans, citizens, New Yorkers, Mayor Adams has them in filthy shelters, living in violent shelters, filthy streets with rats, as the migrants are selling watches that look to be stolen property, keychains. When the robbery down the street happened from the man's store, he was robbed of keychains. A lady from El Salvador was trying to sell me keychains while she was highly intoxicated. This is a disaster situation, as we have the migrant situation destroying New York City, and it's coming toward you, as 1 out of 3 of the migrants are traveling.
And so with that, we heard everything we needed to hear, right? The migrants are here. Thousands upon thousands each day they are entering through Texas. In Texas, they are doing what they can do because they are putting up barbed wire to stop this madness. Okay, and I understand it, because if you live in Texas, oh no, it's gonna definitely be going down right there in Texas, right in the heart of that border, okay? But one thing that I want you guys to walk away with is this. There are 3 things that can potentially alter your life due to this chaos that's going on because of the Democrats, okay? Now, let's understand this. They're looking for work. But not only are they looking for work, they are already getting assistance from the government. They are getting thousands of dollars from the government, okay? They're taking away our taxpayer resources. One thing that I see about that is they always have, you know, money for this, that, and the third, but they never have money for reparations. They got trillions of dollars to go to war, but they don't have money for reparations. I'd be surprised to see who would step up and go to war for them, but they don't go to war for us. And we in the country. We in 70 different wars. Next, knowing that these migrants don't have the funds that they feel that they should have, something will potentially happen, okay? And I'm gonna put it to you like this. There has been, in Michigan, there has been break-ins in multi-million-dollar homes. And if you don't know, go ahead and just Google it and search it or whatever. They are immigrants, and they have been doing million-dollar heists. These migrants, they coming over, they spotting out the million-dollar mansions, and they hitting these heists like it's some Grand Theft Auto stuff. They hitting these heists. They taking everything that they got that's valuable, that's worth anything, and they getting away. And you want to know what? They tapping into the camera system. They tapping into all of that stuff that makes you feel safe at home. They tapping right into it. Let's go back to the 80s or the 70s. You know what I'm saying? I'm an 80s baby. But there were migrants that went into Florida, and they flooded Florida with drugs. Cocaine cowboys, I believe that's what it's called. But they flooded the whole city and the state, and I want to say America, with drugs. Okay? And it was them who, you know, inspired the Scarface movie. So if you look up the Cocaine Cowboys, then you're gonna see the actual documentary where they had Uzis and they was going crazy, just shooting up everything just over the drugs. So you mean to tell me that we can possibly have this going on throughout all of America? Because these people are undocumented. We don't know who they are. And I'm not trying to fear-monger you, but I'm telling you this because you need to protect yourself. You need to make sure that you're straight. You need to make sure that your family is straight. You want to know why? Because our country is not looking out for us. Okay? They're not coming to us and asking us questions. No. They don't care about what we think. They don't care about how we feel about this situation. And lastly, when it comes down to the get down, it's all about money when it comes down to the Democrats. Well, it's about money when it comes down to the Republicans too. But understand this, all of these migrants came in. Matter of fact, I want to say it was like 2.5 million came in last year. What they gonna be doing? Yeah, you got it. They're going to end up replacing you at your job. So if you're doing construction, they're going to be replacing you for lower wages. They're going to be replacing you in all different aspects of America. So if you are the middle class, you better tighten up. If you're in poverty, you better tighten up, because it's a whole nother low. I wanted to leave y'all with that because this is going to impact potentially everybody, and I want everybody to be safe about this too. I heard in Chicago that was like, yeah, you know, we got these migrants here, but boom, 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 open up your doors to them, let them in your house, let them live here. No, flat out, that's a hell no. I done lived my life all the way to the point to where I can afford a home. I finally have a home. I'm still getting taxed on everything that I do in this world. Every single thing. I'm barely surviving, and then you got the nerve to tell me or ask me to open up the doors to somebody that I don't even know. He ain't even got an ID. Y'all don't even know him. How you expect me to let somebody in my house and y'all don't even know him? Y'all can't even identify this man. You crazy. So, and that's what I'm saying. When it comes down to common sense, use it. Because are they letting those migrants in their house? Nope. Are they letting the migrants live next to them? Nope. All they doing is opening up them borders. And you know what? Those politicians, they got a safe place to live. They got security. They got all of that. But put them at their front door. Put those migrants at their front door. What they gonna do then? Because, hey, you brought them over here. You take care of them. But not with our money, though. With that being said, y'all, I'll holler at y'all on the next one. I appreciate y'all.